Everybody, Retro Guy, back again with another video, and well, today I just want to talk about uh, basically about me not going to the biggest video game convention in New York State. I guess according to it's only in one area that I know of, which is the retrogamecon. And I caught the very end of John Riggs' live video, and well, John, or Mr. Riggs, or however you would prefer to be called, or Riggs, or whatever. The thing is, I'm just gonna say John Riggs. So I just want to say a shout out to you, John Riggs. That I like to thank you very much for uh, even mentioning Retro Game Con. I have never heard of it. I haven't heard of it all my life. I'm not sure. It says Retro Game Con sits, so I'm thinking it's only been around. They only been doing it for 6 years, but the thing is, I don't know. I just never heard of it beforehand. You're the one that mentioned about it. You're the first person and only person that ever mentioned about the Retro Game Con. And I was hoping to make it to Retro Game Con. I was having a good feeling about it first. I was thinking to myself, I have a possible chance to make it. And unfortunately, I kept my hopes up. I sort of kept my hopes up. But at the same time, I kind of had some doubts over time later on, like in a month later, like this was like about a month before, uh, uh, before today. So basically, well, not like last month on the 4th, or last month on the 3rd, but two months ago, I was just thinking, well, man, I gotta try to make it to Electro Game Con, hopefully next year. But John, I don't think that you're gonna be there next year, so I may not go there regardless because of you not being there. And I really want to see you in person, and I'm hoping to see you in person someday. Talk to you, ask you a few questions in person, you know, some basic ones that I know you can answer, you know. Some of them you might say I don't know and whatnot, but that's normal. I mean, you know, um, I just been really hoping to go this year, but then again, I was just out of luck. Uh, I didn't have luck on my side this time. Maybe next year if you go next year. And I basically left you a message on your Facebook about that, through Messenger, of course, not on your Facebook page itself. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up and make it as short as I can, because then again, this is on my phone. It only holds up so much video feed, because I got other things on it. But anyways, I just want to say that I just, well, then again, I want to thank you for letting everybody know, but especially letting me know though, about Retro Game Con, because I never ever heard of it until this year. And I was like, they got a video game convention in New York State, New York City, which is still part of New York, it's part of the state, but it's considered New York City. Like it's like a separate location, in one way, but it's just kind of stay. It's complicated. Eh, but anyways, um, in New York State itself, in the area that it's in, it's about 2.5 hours away from where I live in New York State. Um, which is Syracuse. It's not too bad, but it's still quite a bit of a drive. Um, but then again, like I said, I was out of luck. I'm just gonna put it that way, and yeah, I just wanna, like I said, then again for the third time, or it's the fourth time. I know it's the third time. I just want to thank you very much, John Riggs, uh, for letting people know about retrogamecon. Anybody that didn't know about it, and people that already knows about it, but the people that didn't know about it, like me, oh man, I wish I could have made it there, but oh well, it's about to be over now. It's pretty much, well, actually, it is over now. It's like going in 8 o'clock, so it's already been over now. So if you go there next year, that would be nice. If not, well, I'll just wait until you go to New York again, because I just want to be there just to see you. I mean, I might go up to see a couple other people, but I want to mainly be there just to see you, John Riggs, just to see you. I mean, if some of the other Metal Jesus crew members shows up there too, then I'm definitely gonna see them. I mean, if Metal Jesus, uh, by the way, sees this video too. If you go over there, Metal Jesus, here in New York, all the way from Seattle, um, Seattle, Washington, of course. Um, that would be awesome. Then I'll be really hyped up, like, oh man, I want to go to see John Riggs and Metal Jesus and whoever else shows up. Especially Radical Reggie, because I think that me and Radical Reggie might get along really well, because we're both into PlayStation, like really big into PlayStation. So that's one of the reasons I think that me and him might get along real well. Like literally, just if me and him met each other like regularly at one point in the past or something, like say about 10, 15 years ago, and I met him and stuff, I think that me and him would have became real good friends. Like, because be honest, Radical Reggie, Metal Jesus, and Jen Riggs, especially Jen Riggs, um, I didn't want to be just a fan. I'm a fan, but I didn't want to be a regular fan. I want to be like an actual friend, like a real friend, like you know what I mean, like somebody that's not just a regular fan, but there's also that's also a regular friend too. I mean, that would just be really nice. I want that because I don't want to be just treated as just a fan and whatnot. And you know, I never really liked that type of idea. I don't like that type of kind of feeling. You know what I mean? I mean, I hope that the few of you that I shouted out names to in this video right now um, understands where I'm coming from. I mean, where I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from. Sorry about that. Um, but then again, everybody tongue twists once in a while. So yeah. Then again, I guess this is gonna be the fourth time, but it's gonna be a little bit different. Thank you for uh, mentioning about Retro GameCon. Uh, I mean, like especially out there. Well, actually, you just said out there for everybody, but like I just want to thank you for actually mentioning that, because if I would have never known about that, I would have never been hyped up to actually want to go to um, a convention here in New York State. And I mean, I wish it was closer. I wish they would have had it in Buffalo for retrogamecon, but unfortunately, it's only seems to be set up in Syracuse. I mean, Buffalo, it could have been closer. I probably gotten a better chance to go because then again, from where I live in New York State. I mean, I would just say I live in Medina, New York. Um, but that's as far as I'm gonna go, of course. I'm not gonna say the exact address where I live in Medina, but the vein is, but yeah, that's like 2.5 hours, about 3 hours, depending on traffic, to get to Syracuse. If it was in Buffalo, it'd be like an hour and a half, depending on where it is in Buffalo. Um, which that would be much better than going all the way up to Syracuse, New York. But yeah, so yeah, um, so yeah, thank you for the information. I really appreciate that type of information, and I'm hoping to go to the Retro Game Con. I mean, I might go try to go there next year. Um, if I mean not if, even if you're not gonna be there, because I want to at least check it out, because I'm pretty sure I would love it and whatnot, and still meet some famous people and whatnot, get autographs, talk a little bit by asking some questions, whatnot, blah blah blah, stuff like that, get a handshake or whatnot, so yeah. Maybe buy one or two things or something, find a game that I might like, and maybe make a good deal or something, or whatever. So, yeah. Um, that's basically it. Just wanted to just pretty much thank you for all the information and whatnot and everything, John. And, if you see this video, especially you, Radical Reggie, and you, Metal Jesus, see this video, uh, all of you tell your, all three of you guys especially, uh, and, Kenzie Kelsey, I forget the one name, kind of embarrassed because I forgot her name, and the new guy, but anyways, and Drunken Master Problem, everybody from Reggie's crew, all of you, tell your families that I said hi, or what's up, or whatever, um, and, I just want to say also one last thing is that I'm glad that I actually got introduced to you guys on, fortunately, on YouTube, of course. Um, but yeah. Um, and I'm hoping then again to go to Retro Game Con next year, and hopefully, if any of you show up, but especially you, John Rex, like I said, it's just something about you. If you really do show up next year, uh, I would definitely would try to get going just to see you. And anybody else of the Metal Jesus crew shows up at the Retro Game Con all the way here in New York State. So yeah. And I would definitely show up and meet one of you or a couple of you or whatever. Um, so yeah. I would definitely would want to see one of you or a couple of you, just any of you, whatnot, to talk to you in person, meet you in person. You have, then you'll be able to get a chance to see me in person and whatnot, and we can talk. You can ask me questions. I ask you questions. I ask you questions. Well, I probably might ask you questions first, but then again, you can ask me questions too to see how much I know about certain video game stuff or whatever, uh, soundtracks, whatnot. you know, etc. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. So that'll be all for now, and I'll catch all of you later. And I'm gonna just relax and chill, and I don't know, play a game or something in this game room, or chill downstairs because I'm upstairs. That's where the game room's at. So yeah, catch you later and see ya. You might be playing this. I don't know.